To master it, you need finesse and great sensitivity. Too heavy-handed, and you'll need to stall it out. The most important thing to master before you do a helicopter is the deep stall or parachutal point. Once you can recognize this point and can hold the glider in for a while, then you can start to initiate a spin, keeping the glider fully inflated and stable in a rotation on its yaw axis. Just watch Antonio as he does a perfect helicopter. Notice his body position and his hands. He's staying perfectly with the glider as it rotates on its yaw axis. Doing a helicopter and keeping it in a stable rotation is a very subtle art, and it's a very fine adjustment on the inside brake. To smoothly exit from the helicopter, simply bring down the outer brake so that it's level with the initiating brake. And then when it's hovering in a deep stall, ease off both brakes and check the dive. Don't hesitate at this point. The glider is very sensitive and yet dynamic.
Okay, the best way for me to do an helicopter is first to understand and to know the deep stall stable with not a lot of brakes. Go inside the deep stall and release and keep the deep stall. First thing. After, keep very flat in your harness, flat position. And after, to use the brake in the size what you want, the right for example, and try to go in the best flat rotation.
Okay, for an helicopter, I keep point. Okay, I have. Okay, it's stable. I have a little pressure in my right brake, and I have very stable in my harness. There is a little unstable. I go out. Big pitch. For the go out, during the helicopter, I have a little brake in the right hand and close nothing in the left. To go out, I go in a symmetric position with a little brake, and the glider stops the rotation, and I have in the deep stall, and I go up of the deep stall.
Here we see Jimmy and Jerome doing some lovely examples of helicopters. Notice how the pilots stay underneath the wing and there's very little roll oscillation. What can go wrong? If the glider starts to oscillate off its yaw axis, then it's time to recover it straight away. Because if you hold on the oscillation, then it can get worse. Here's a good example of a helicopter going off the yaw axis and start to oscillate. You can see Jerome recognises this point, starts braking the glider so that it starts to drop back into a stall, then eases off and brakes the dive.
Go to parachutage. There's parachutage, just come off. Now get it rotating, keep my hands off. Okay, now I'm going to stop it, just stall it, hold it in the stall, ease out. Woohoo! Loving the heli.
Okay, I try another. Okay, very stable. I go out now. The main problem for the exit of helicopter is le regard, the view. If you look the glider, the problem is you lose your ripper. You have to go down your eyes, your view, to see very far away, to have a contact with the ground.